When I saw my 12-year-old son Ethan blow his whistle for the first time in the championship, my heart started pounding. He was out there reffing the Eagles versus the Wolves, and the bleachers were packed with parents who traded stories of bad calls all season. I've been the league coordinator for 5 years, and when we ran short on refs I thought, why not start my own kid early? Ethan loved soccer, knew the rules better than most adults, and by 12 he'd already done 3 seasons. He was good, maybe too good for his age. The game kicked off in 5 minutes and Ethan flagged an offside against the Eagles. Coach Ramirez stomped his feet but let the call stand. I leaned in and whispered, "They'll test you, kid. Stay cool." He narrowed his eyes, gripped his whistle and stayed ready. The next 10 minutes were a blur of sprints and tackles. Then a Wolves defender swatted the ball with both hands inside the penalty box. Ethan blew his whistle, awarded a penalty, and the Wolves striker slotted it home. That's when Karen lost it. She screamed, "You're blind. That wasn't a handball. You're ruining the game for these kids." Her voice echoed off the fence. Some blue team parents shouted back, "Back off, Karen." Others tried to calm her, but the tension kept rising. I could see Ethan's shoulders tighten, his confidence flickering like a candle in the wind. A corner kick followed. Ethan moved to the edge of the box, ready to catch any foul. The ball sailed in, the Eagles cleared it, and play went on. Karen wouldn't let it go. She pointed at Ethan and yelled, "He's standing in the wrong spot. He can't see anything from there." I stepped onto the grass, raised my voice over the crowd and said, "Ethan is doing his best. If you have a problem, talk to me after the game." Karen turned her glare on me, her mouth forming a snarl. Just then Maya, the assistant referee, walked over with a clipboard and a calm smile. She whispered something to Ethan. He took a deep breath, blew his whistle again, this time for a minor foul on the Wolves that gave the Eagles a free kick. The whistle cut through the tension. The Eagles scored, the Wolves fought back, and the game stayed within the 70-minute limit. When the final whistle blew, the score was tied 2-2. The crowd erupted, not in anger, but in applause for a hard-fought game. Karen slumped onto the bench, flushed. Coach Daniels, a volunteer, walked over, placed a hand on her shoulder and said, "I'm sorry you felt this way, but we can't allow personal attacks on our referees. Please respect the decision and leave quietly." She gathered her son's gear and left, and the murmurs shifted from hostility to admiration for Ethan's composure. After the team shook hands, I knelt beside Ethan, still holding his whistle like a lifeline. "You did great," I said, feeling a surge of pride. He looked up, eyes bright, and asked, "Did I mess up?" I shook my head and told him, "You stood your ground. That's what matters." A few parents, including Mr. Ramirez, came over, clapped him on the back, and the Wolves coach smiled, saying, "You've got a future in this kid." The experience taught me 3 things. First, giving a child responsibility builds confidence, if you protect them from the fallout. Second, a single calm voice can defuse a mob. Maya's quiet reassurance turned a potential breakdown into a teachable moment. Third, the health of any youth sport depends on respect for the volunteers who keep the game moving. Walking home that evening, Ethan's whistle still dangling from his backpack, I realized the real victory wasn't the tie on the scoreboard. It was seeing my son walk away with his head held high, knowing he'd weathered a storm and emerged stronger. The lesson I'll carry forward is simple. Protect the kids, empower them, and never let a single angry voice drown out the chorus of learning and fun.